Yeah, my name is Kennedy Kialo, and in this hockey field, after high school, I played hockey, club hockey. I started playing for the former Mombasa Youngsters. And immediately after Mombasa Youngsters, I also played for Mombasa Sports Club. And after Mombasa Sports Club, I think is when I went back to Mombasa Youngsters, and when Mombasa Youngsters collapsed, I became a founding member of Vita 11 Hockey Club. So that has been part of my journey in hockey. I've only played in the coast because in my early years I was based in Mombasa. So that is where many of my club hockey started. Yes. Having been in the medical field for quite some time, that is during my early years also. So in 2010 is when I formed Meximed. I was still working at that particular point. So I decided to form Meximed because I thought I needed to have a business idea that I could do something that I know. You know, sometimes we come into business, but I needed to do something that I know. So I understood the medical field, and I knew that there was a very big challenge in providing solutions for medical healthcare. So through my travel, through when I was working, I saw there was need, and there was a lot of need in medical supplies. So I started Meximed in Mombasa, but eventually I thought that I needed to grow through Nairobi, and that's why I had to move to Nairobi so that I could capture the whole country. So Meximed is a medical supplies company. So it's a company that offers medical solutions in all aspects, yes. Meximed has a very long journey. Since we were in college, we had an idea with one of my friends, and we formed a business name known as Meximed Kenya. Then we thought later that after running Meximed Kenya for some time, we also established something we used to call Meximed East Africa. But I think partnership issues became a problem, and when everybody moved across, being the founder of Meximed and the name Meximed coming from me, I now had to go to Meximed International Kenya Limited. So I'm the CEO of Meximed, I'm the managing director. So it's like it's a family business because I run it with my wife, who is still working. Yeah, but those are the only two directors. So I'm the founding member of Meximed. Being a hockey player, and from our high school days playing hockey, and due to career building, sometimes I always think that I never got enough time to play competitive hockey. And when I got a chance to come back to hockey, I had aged up already. So that is the time that I thought the only way I can have impact on this sport is by maybe coming in as a sponsor of any hockey activities. So I've been in the journey of Vita Hockey Club from 2005 as a founding member. Actually, I've been the SG of Vita Hockey Club from 2005, and we just celebrated 20 years, I think, 1 week ago. That was in Jamhuri Day. So I've been in that journey trying to support, but Meximed now came in when I came in back now to play in Masters is when I thought, because I saw people were struggling with a lot of things, that was including uniforms, all this transport, all these things. And I said, maybe the only impact I can make in this sport, because I no longer play competitive, is by assisting people to play the sport that I love. Because I enjoy watching the game, I enjoy seeing the game, the way people enjoy watching the game when crowds are there, and the hockey fraternity at large, having friends and making more friends into the fraternity. And that is why I also thought about, because Ochuka, we played with him hockey early. So the guy for SIMA. So I'm also a founding member of SIMA, because the first time when we came, we thought that we sell the brand SIMA. But when we sat down with Ochuka, we thought that the more social aspect of hockey we have, the better for us, the more we grow. So when we grow more, the better. So that is why, and we're even looking for more partners who can take in more social hockey aspects so that we can be able to come up and bring back sponsorship into the sport. When I came back to the sport, and that is, I think, in 2018 is when I was able to come back to the sport. There was this formation of the Masters League. So from that aspect, I was still in Mombasa. We started something we could call, we actually started it out to Mvita. We used to call it Wazee versus Vijana. And that is where the mindset of forming the Blue Ocean, I'm also a founder member of Blue Oceans Club. So that is when the Blue Oceans idea came in. We formed it and we started our own Wazee Vijana, weekend playing and all that one. And when the union also started that, I think it's the time we start now the registrations of the team towards, I think COVID affected it some way. Then immediately after COVID, we started the Master Series, which has been a good thing because we've been able even to bring our friends back to the sport, including the guy for Sima. This guy was no longer in hockey again. So Masters brought him back into the sport, and you can also see the impact that he's making. So, because sometimes I think when we stay outside, people used to play hockey, and you don't know what is going on in hockey, it becomes hard to support the sport. But when you're involved, it becomes easy because you can be able to see the needs and what people need at a particular time. Yes, so Meximed has only come into the Masters. Number one, we started by sponsoring Blue Oceans. Then when there was the national team to South Africa last year, there was a chance for sponsorship, which was not big but a small one. Still made an impact in the team because we were able. And in this particular one that we were in Joburg, there was also a chance, including collection of funds and all those things, because it's a self-sponsoring. So Meximed did all the logistics, including ticketing and all those things. So the collection account for all the Masters fees was actually done by Meximed. Players were paying directly into the Meximed account, and it facilitated everything, including ticketing. People who had issues with tickets, people who could not get the whole amount, there's a small amount that is remaining. We were able to come in and be able to assist in that particular aspect. Actually, my thoughts about Meximed Social, I think we will not go into forming a club because I'm involved in a club, and I think when I'm already involved in a club, so the club being in Mombasa, sometimes it is very expensive running a club in Mombasa because they come to Nairobi for most of their games, so they're always traveling in the season. But when we came with this idea of social hockey, number one was for exposure for the players, because maybe we cannot find all these players playing for us in Vita. But during a tournament, we can expose players that are not even known to the national team coaches and all those things. So we are only trying to give an exposure, and I'm even thinking of even going international and participating in some international tournaments, these invitational tournaments, like through my connections outside in the hockey fraternity, so that we can be able to display something that we can always get the best, because we think that we have good players. But because of the limit of clubs, sometimes some people are not able to play or display whatever they're able to do in a combined effort sometimes on what I think this is the best team that I can be able to offer. No, I'm not thinking of forming a club, because I was looking at it as in future, as I get more involvement of the club hockey, as a recruitment or scouting place for Vita Hockey Club, because I want to strengthen Vita more, because now I'm back into hockey. So I would really want to strengthen a club that I assisted in founding, and I cannot leave that club. So it will also be some way as a scouting place, because me running Meximed Social Hockey has enabled me to know more hockey players. I'm engaging with people that are even in my inbox, in my whatever, so that because they really want an exposure. So I'm still knowing players, and when I look at them playing, I think now consolidating the Vita club will be easy for me, because I engage with players on a personal level and I know what we can be able to do. So no future plans of any club. The only way we can come in as giving back to society as corporate is by making sure that the generation that is behind us enjoy the sports that we love, all, including any sport. So I think we need to create a culture whereby corporate people know that however small input you make, even if it is a small t-shirt that you give out, it plays a big way in motivating that player. And when we motivate these players, sometimes they avoid a lot of things. They avoid drugs, they avoid a lot of things because we make them busy. So I've seen the tournaments sometimes become very active and the players enjoy the tournaments and all those ones. So mine is to urge anybody who has a business, however small it is, because all these businesses, they need exposure to be known. However small sponsorship they can be able to make, it will assist in growing one person, and they will have touched that art in the sports fraternity. Yeah, I think I've been thinking about this idea because now when we come to the business that Meximed does, sometimes it is not a direct business from the players or the fans. But we've been trying now to come down into medical sports. Like next year, we are thinking of during tournaments, we can be able to introduce maybe physiotherapy services. We can also start by selling things that are medical oriented, but in the sports field. So we are trying to introduce maybe anything that is medical related, but towards sports. So we want to introduce a branch of that so that you can be able now to gain directly from the exposure that you'll be able to get from the sport. Yeah, so we are really working with our partners outside there so that you can be able to see anything that is medical, including, yes, anything that is medical that we can be able to have sometimes during tournaments, and we can be able to have that exposure, safe supplements, all those things we're trying to get into that thing that can benefit the player and the fans on a level that they can be able to understand. Because now when I talk about equipment, sometimes it is only hospitals that need this equipment, and the consumables, it is only hospitals. But when we introduce now medical sports, it will be easy to now interact with the fraternity. So we are looking forward to introduce a branch and a brand that can be able to work with the fraternity at home. Ours is to look for more partners, because we have partners that we get maybe international, but as we look forward to the fraternity to create a conducive environment for all this, we will bring in more partners that are ready to support the sport. Like we've done it before in Blue Ocean sometimes. We've had even guys from other medical branches trying to support us. We've had Lenovo, we've had all those things. So we want to introduce all these guys now to the general hockey fraternity so that they can come and impact lives in this sport that we love. Because I can tell you, we have a lot of people that when they see the posts I post on Facebook or Instagram, they really question me a lot. You went back to hockey, we need to see what can we be able to do. So we need to provide an environment whereby you can be able to bring friends who can be able to sponsor this sport, and then you can be able to move forward from there. I would want to wish a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all the people that love this sport of hockey. Any person that we've been able to interact with them into the hockey family. All people that are sports people in the Republic of Kenya and the world at all, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Meximed International.